Maris the Great, and you are listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast. Enjoy it, mortal.
Brutally Delicious!
Hey, you're listening to the Brutally Delicious podcast. I am Bruce.
And I'm Chris, and I'm in self-quarantine.
And I'm Dale, and I'm in some kind of quarantine something or other.
He's Dale, and you're not.
Dale,
Yeah.
Dale, you
So
sound so excited today.
Yeah, Dale, you sound like you just had smoked a pack of cigarettes and had a fifth of vodka there. What's going on, man?
Well, yeah, that's pretty much what it did.
So today we're going to have a show that's, I don't even know what to expect. It's the Maris the Great. He's the self-proclaimed gay undead clown and the FOD. And do you know what the FOD stands for?
No.
Faggots of death.
Faggots of Death. Yes, we're going to go ahead and
He promotes
Maris the Great on.
bands through interviews on his website.
And he's been scoping out Chris's pictures for the last day or two, telling me how hot Chris is. So we're going to put him on the call. I can't wait to see where this goes.
I'm having flashbacks to growing up Catholic. Fuck.
Yeah, here he is. He should be added any second here.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Maris. Maris, this is Bruce.
Greetings, mortals.
Good to hear from you, Maris. That's my partner, Chris, laughing. Chris, say hello.
Hi.
Hi, Chris.
And we've got our longtime listener, Dale. Say hello, Dale.
Yeah,
Hi,
what up?
Dale. Greetings, mortal. You may refer to me as Lord Maris or Maris the Great. And all of your listeners can go to my website, maristhegreat.com.
Awesome. Maris, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Let's jump right in here. You took a bit of a sabbatical, I guess you'd call it, or you were off for a little bit. What have you been doing in that time, and what was the catalyst to get you back in the game?
Actually, what happened 5 years ago is I decomposed. That tends to happen when you're undead. I was able to keep it at bay for 15 years with a steady diet of alcohol. However, eventually, the inevitable happened. I decomposed, and I descended into hell. Hell is not what you think it is. There is no fire there. It's dark. When you arrive, they take your shoes and they scatter Lego all over the ground. So indeed, it is a great place of suffering, but they have a number of classes where you can enroll and become a better demon. And that's exactly what I did. I am decorated now with the 8 horns of Sodom and the crystalline eye of Freddie Mercury.
Nice.
So, to answer your question, in Denver, there is a black metal band, maybe you've heard of them, called Satan's Host.
Yeah.
One of the members of Satan's Host, an avowed Satanist, decided that the music scene here had grown stagnant and boring, and he decided to study the scrolls of Gomorrah and find out if there is an evocation that can raise the gay undead once again. And he found it. Do you want to know what the evocation is, mortals?
Oh, I imagine you're going to tell us anyway. Go ahead.
I'm glued.
Yes! You send the gay demon 666 pics of peen. In ancient days, you could only do this by drawing a penis on a rock and having it delivered by, I think they're called a Shapar, something like that, from the ancient days. They get murdered, they descend into hell, they give the pick to the demon, and it takes forever. But in today's technology, you have a quick way of doing it. You just send them via instant message. So he was able to get female mortals to forward all their unsolicited dick pics, and then the other half came from male mortals in Denver and all over the country. And so here we are, unbrutally delicious.
Yeah, and I think this may explain the proliferation of people wearing penis costumes at 70,000 tons of metal.
Yes. Yes. It is an honor of the gay undead. However, I am only in spirit form right now. One thing is left to give me my flesh back, and that is a return show in Denver. That return show is scheduled for June 6th at a venue here called the Marquee Theater.
Well, that sounds exciting.
Yes, it is a sacred ceremony. It is called the Gay-tanic Ceremony of Resurrection.
How much does a ticket cost to get in? Is it like a dick pic entrance or?
It's $15. Oh,
And the pick?
the dead are cheap. What can I say?
I mean, is there like a VIP option for somebody that comes in with a dick pic?
Oh, there certainly is. There's a $50 level. That's the mostly dead. You get some swag. You get to meet me and my band. And I can perform fellatio on you or your band if that's what you like. And then there is the top level. It's called Dead as Fuck package. You get all the above, and you get your own murder shoot with the one and only Maris the Great, which is me.
Nice.
Oh man, that's tempting.
So Maris, we were talking earlier before the show. We've been going back and forth with emails. I know you had said something about Chris. I mean, you think he's pretty hot, I guess, right?
Chris he is. Okay, I'm going to tell you about Chris. Chris, I'm going to tell you about you.
Oh Jesus!
But this conversation can go no farther than us and your listeners, and we all swear to keep it a secret.
Well, since I'm the only listener, then
Chris, you are what we call the secret blowjob kind of man. It's like to the general world, you get yourself straight, and you probably are straight. I'm sure you like vagina, but you're like, as long as no one knows about it, I am willing to accept fellatio from another guy. So, my point of view is, if you're going to get fellatio from a male, it might as well be Maris the Great. You might as well go to the top. To the top.
The white part at the bottom. There might be a bottom.
Now, this is going to be weird, but I got to let my dog out. Just give me 1 second.
Very well.
I think that's code. I think that's code, Maris.
Yeah, I'm going to go jerk off. I'll be right back.
Okay. And Dale.
So Maris, how would you describe your music? Give me like the 2-sentence boardroom. Sorry, let's wait for him to finish doing letting the dog out, as it were.
Quote unquote.
I'm back.
Hey, did you let the dog out?
I let the dog out.
Well, now we know who lets the dogs out.
I'm just sitting here and bathing in dog fart. So,
Nice.
And
So-
I think my wife would have a problem with the secret blowjob.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I knew you were going to say that, so I have an answer for you.
Oh, jeez.
I checked in the book, and it's not considered cheating if you get fellatio from a corpse, which I am. It is your loophole, and it is your one loophole. She probably would understand if you explained to her, yes, honey, yes, baby girl, I did cheat on you, but it was with a zombie. And she would say, oh, what zombie was this? And you were like, it was Maris the Great. She's like, oh,
Oh, cool.
well, I guess if you're going to cheat, you might as well cheat with Maris the Great. So I think
Right,
you're
then
okay.
it's all good.
Yes. So you were asking about my band.
Yes,
let's-
we were.
Let's talk about your music for a moment. Give me the two-sentence boardroom pitch of Maris the Great and the FOD.
Oh, Maris the Great and the Faggots of Death.
Right, for those of you who didn't know what FOD was, go for it.
Someone referred to us as Dad Punk if your dad were gay and got bit by a zombie. And I think that pretty much nails it on the head.
All right. So, after all this time, you you still have a pretty rabid fan base, or?
It's, you know what? I'm just rediscovering it since I'm just coming back. There seems to be a lot of enthusiasm about the ceremony coming up and my band performing, as it should be. But we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Chris?
I am planning to come back this summer and kill competing bands to eliminate the competition. So in the end, it doesn't really matter because we'll be the only one left and therefore the biggest.
So I have
All
a
right.
question. How did you die the
Yes.
first time?
Good question.
In the 90s, my band was a dance band. We were called
Oh.
we were called the Heterosexually Challenged. We played only in the gay bars here, and we played dance music. One night, there was a big, tall leather daddy that attended one of our shows, this blonde guy. Big, tall. I thought he was big, tall, and silent. He turned out to be big, tall, silent, and undead. So I picked him up. We went to a hotel, and he fucked me so hard that my head went through the headboard of the bed.
Oh, that sounds pretty intense.
Yes, that's how I got the scar on my head that I stapled shut, if you look at pictures of me. So, when I arose, I was undead. I stapled my head shut. I went back to my band, and I realized that when you're a zombie, when you're dead, dance music just doesn't cut it. We needed to become a rock and roll band, a punk band, if you will. So I changed our name to the Faggots of Death, and we set out to take our rightful place on top. However, wherever I looked, there were meddling bands stealing the spotlight, stealing fans that should rightfully be mine. It is at such a time that I came up with my plan. I would kill all other bands until only mine remained, and Maris the Great and the Faggots of Death become number one in the world.
There can be only one.
You're spoken correctly.
Dale, got anything?
Actually, one thing after looking up some live videos, your music reminds me a lot of a band that I saw many, many, many years ago called the Impotent Sea Snakes.
What are they called?
The Impotent Sea Snakes?
I've heard of them, but I've never heard them mortal, but they probably will die now that you've mentioned them.
Actually, their singer has passed away.
Yes.
But I remember seeing them open up. I saw them open up for Wasp many years ago.
Oh.
I get,
Rocky Lawless, by the way, is a dick, but he puts on a good show.
yeah, I've heard that.
They do put on a good show, and I am a big fan, so sorry, Maris.
No, one of the best shows I ever saw was Wasp, but we'll just say he did not appreciate my presence.
Well, did Did you try and convince him of fellatio?
I did not. I don't find him that appealing.
Ah.
Well, actually, you probably was smart on his part. It's best to keep the dead away from you, lest you die. Oh.
Good advice. Good advice.
Yeah.
You, Dale, may I ask you a question?
Absolutely. Ask away.
I looked at your picture,
Oh, no.
and I'm willing to bet out of you three, you have the hairiest butt.
Actually, I do not have a very good butt. Although I shaved last night, so.
Why
Wait,
did you
wait.
shave? Did a female mortal talk you into it?
No.
Why would you shave a beautiful hairy butt? Having a hairy butt is a thing of beauty. Nothing says, hello, I am a male, more than having a hairy buttocks. Why
Yeah.
would you shave it?
But, you know, some of the. Sometimes if you have a hairy butt and you got to go take a dump, particles get caught into the hair.
Road apples.
That's what I've heard.
It's,
I have heard that.
It's a matter of being clean right
I know, but it's not as sexy as if you kept it hairy. Sometimes there's a price to pay for being sexy. Having a hairy butt is sexy.
now.
Well,
Well, that's also the price we got to pay right now, since we got to be clean.
Yes,
We have to
Oh.
give up certain luxuries, like being sexy.
I see. Very well. As long as a female mortal did not talk you into shaving it.
No, absolutely not.
Very well. All right. You may continue with your question. Impudent sea snails. Sea snails.
Snakes.
Snakes. Whatever.
I heard
Yeah.
that Dale likes snakes.
Snakes are acceptable. Oh.
They're pretty cool.
Maggots are my friend. Snakes. Yeah. Snakes are okay.
I don't even know where to go after this. Chris, you go. What you got?
I got nothing else.
Oh, there's two bands. Two bands. I think they're from New Jersey that I want to kill. I
Let's
don't know
hear it.
if you've heard of them. One is called Thank You Scientists. Have you heard of them?
Yes.
I
I
have
have
not.
heard of it. I have heard of them. I don't know their music, but I've heard of them.
They're kind of doing a new prog thing. I think there's like 10 members, but they're from New Jersey. They covered Eddie Murphy's Party All the Time. There's a video on YouTube,
Wow.
and I do recommend watching it. They're great. The other one is Great American. Greetings.
Hey, there he is.
Oh, you were talking about tacos or something like that.
Oh, you heard it. Really, Dale had a quick question for you. We're running behind here, but Dale's got a quick question for you before we let you go. Go ahead, Dale.
All right.
Yeah. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Well, you know what? You gave me something to contemplate until the next time we talk. I don't know, mortal.
Oh,
Well,
Anyway, mortals, check out MarisTheGreat.com. Check out Great American Ghost, and thank you, Scientist, because I'm going to kill them both. Oh.
and you've got Chris's private email if you need to get a hold of him later, right?
Oh, for the starlight. I am used to being mortal's dirty gay secret, and so, yeah, Chris, you'll be hearing from me. Dale, stop shaving your butt. A hairy butt is superior.
yeah, I'll let it go all natural now.
And thank you so much for having me on your podcast.
Awesome. Thank you for taking the time, brother. I'll send you a link.
Yes. We will talk again. Thank
All right.
you.
Be well.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Hello out there! Yes, hello out there, everyone. I'm Hal Schwartz.
And I'm Flynn McLean. Together we host None But the Brave, a podcast dedicated to the music and career of Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce and E Street Band are on tour right now for the first time in 6 years, and we're taking a detailed look at what's happening on stage in our bi-weekly episodes.
We've also been recently joined by some very exciting guests, including rock journalist Warren Zanes and Stephen Hayden, Backstreet's Magazine founder Charles Cross, and Barstool's Kirk Minahan.
If you're a diehard Springsteen fan, this is the show for you.
So please subscribe to None But the Brave on your favorite podcasting platform, and we hope to see you further on up the road.
Thank you so much. We'll be seeing you.